everyone, this is Julie from Main Street USA Studios. We've got all the Disneyland news for you coming up next. This week at the Disneyland Resort, D23 updates, a new Walt Disney animatronic, a new Coco ride, 2 new attractions in Avengers Campus, Avatar experience confirmed for DCA, a new Mandalorian ride story, Tiana's Bayou adventure opening date, construction updates, and more. One of the exciting announcements that came from D23 was that the Opera House will be getting a new show. Walt Disney, A Magical Life will be coming to Disneyland at the Opera House on Main Street in 2025. This show will feature the first ever Walt Disney audio animatronic. This Walt animatronic will be set in Walt's office. The artwork shows Walt leaning against his desk with a large map of Disneyland and a large window behind him. Walt's age in the concept art seems to match up with around the time that Disneyland opened or maybe a few years before. And Josh D'Amaro also said that Walt's great-nephew Roy has been working closely with Disney on the development of the new animatronic in story. The wording of the announcement seems like the new Walt Disney show will debut exclusively at the Opera House for a period of time, and then it will rotate with the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln show. We're not sure if it will go back and forth each day or how it will switch off, but we are excited that we'll be getting a Walt Disney animatronic and keeping the original Mr. Lincoln show as well. We had been wondering why the revamp of Mr. Lincoln took so many months, and now we know. Josh D'Amaro also announced a new Avatar experience is coming to DCA. This announcement is more of a confirmation since Bob Iger already announced there will be an Avatar experience at DCA earlier this year. All of the announcements, including the written articles, call it an experience or a space, and it's never called a land. The new concept art does make it look like a land, but all we know for sure is it will include one boat-type ride that takes guests through Pandora. We also know that this space will be based on the second Avatar film, The Way of Water, unlike the Pandora Land in Animal Kingdom that's based on the original Avatar film. Looking at the aerial concept art, it does look like there are several buildings, so it seems like there will be also shops or maybe dining, even if there is only one attraction. The big question is where this would go in DCA. We were not given any information on that part. Some people are speculating it might replace an existing land, and the other popular theory is it will be the first expansion for Disney Forward, and it will be built in the Simba parking lot right across from Pixar Pier. Our thought is it will be a new space for the Avatar experience, maybe in the Simba lot. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Another attraction announced at D23 was a new Coco ride that will be coming to DCA. This will be the first Coco attraction at any Disney park. We don't know much about it except that Miguel, the main character in Coco, will be leading us on an adventure to the land of the dead where most of the Coco movie takes place. We also know that the work will begin in 2026. What we don't know is, again, where will it go in DCA? Again, some speculate it will take over an existing attraction. We don't think so. We think it will be in a new space, but we can't figure out where. We thought the most logical place would be in the Paradise Gardens area since Dia de los Muertos and Plaza de la Familia are based there currently during the fall season, but we aren't sure where the ride would fit, especially since it looks like another boat ride, which would take up a rather large footprint. Overall, we were excited about this announcement, but we definitely were not expecting it like some of the other D23 announcements. Last week, we mentioned the D23 Friday reveal of the new Avengers Campus ride vehicle, but the real announcement from Josh D'Amaro was even better. It turns out the Avengers Campus at DCA is getting 2 new attractions, and we were especially excited to learn that the construction will start next year in 2025. The name for the new ride that was displayed with ride vehicles in the D23 Expo will be Avengers Infinity Defense. On the ride, guests will travel to iconic locations like Asgard, Wakanda, and New York City, while seeing lots of different Avengers characters, including King Thanos. Flight Lab. This one is a 2-person flight simulator pod ride with Robert Downey Jr. reprising his role as Tony Stark for the attraction. This one looks really unique, and the concept art makes us wonder if the ride will be at least partly outdoors as shown in the artwork. We were thinking there would be an Avengers Campus announcement, but we were surprised and excited to hear that there would be 2 new rides instead of just the Avengers Infinity Defense ride. And a surprise announcement for Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie comes out in theaters in 2026, and with it there will be a new story featuring Mando and his youngling coming to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. When Galaxy's Edge first opened, Disney had said that the ride's story and movie would change periodically, so we're excited to see a new announcement for this ride, especially one with a popular set of characters like the Mandalorian and Grogu. And this next one we were not surprised about. We were almost certain we would get an announcement for the opening of Tiana's Bayou adventure, and we did. The new ride will open November 15th. This corresponds with the end of Halloween and the start of the holiday season at Disneyland. The Critter Country land that Tiana's is in will now be renamed to Bayou Country as well to fit the new theming. We are so excited to get the opening date. We only wish it had been in the warmer weather since you might get wet on this ride. And outside of D23 news, we have some foodie guide news. A few weeks back, we reported that Hungry Bear closed and then it would reopen as Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree with a new menu and some Country Bear theming. Just theming, not a Country Bear show. But then this week, we were surprised that Disney put out a full foodie guide for the new restaurant with no actual opening date. The new menu is very different than the Hungry Bear and includes a smoked barbecue combo platter, a barbecue pulled pork sandwich, a smoked beef brisket sandwich, a smoked Angus beef burger with pulled pork, a corn ribs plate, beer battered fries, baked beans, house slaw, and even the kids menu got a new pork spare ribs option as well as a toasted cheese sandwich. The new desserts will include a new banana pudding and new funnel cake fries. Enclosure and construction updates starting in Disneyland. Tiana's is still closed, but we now know it reopens November 15th. We also now know that Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln will reopen as Walt Disney A Magic Life in 2025, so we have several months to wait still, but with a great new show in the theater. And then Space Mountain is closed from now through September 6th. The Disneyland Railroad is closed as well with no reopening date. The monorail is also closed with no reopening date. Indiana Jones closes September 9th, reopening September 14th. And the sailing ship Columbia closes September 23rd with no reopening date yet. In downtown Disney, the Earl of Sandwich Portable is open, as we mentioned last week, but we did notice that the old Earl of Sandwich shop is also open. So they were both open at the same time, at least last week when we were at the parks. Parkside Market is still under construction. You can see the walls are starting to close up. And in the Esplanade, the large Pixar Fest art installation is down. We noticed these walls up around where it had been. Over in DCA, the Sorcerer's Workshop, Turtle Talk with Crush, and Anna and Elsa's Workshop reopened this weekend. But Animation Academy will remain closed through August 30th.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more.